Hello and welcome back to Studio 90. Today we're talking with one of the key players from the USA's 2-2 draw with Slovenia, a historic comeback, Benny Feilhaber. All right, so Benny, up until halftime of the Slovenia game, you hadn't played yet in the World Cup. Now here you are going on in the second half with really the World Cup on the line. There's 45 minutes to possible elimination. What did the coaching staff tell you before they sent you on the field?
Well, I was just warming up on the field. Jess came up to me telling me I was going to go in. Actually, Sorbs came up to me and then Jess came down and spoke to me and just told me to kind of take one play at a time because obviously we needed to get 2 goals at least and just to run for the whole 45 minutes and try and make a difference out there.
Now, what were your thoughts on the comeback? How did it look on the field?
Well, obviously the goal that Landon scored right away was huge for us, gave us a big lift. And then we knew we needed to get at least one more to stay in the competition, so we just tried to, whichever way possible, put guys, in dangerous positions. And yeah, I think it was a great comeback, like you said.
Now, all of us watching, we could feel the urgency on the field or in the stadium. You know, all the fans. Was there an urgency on the field, or were you guys like, "Hey, we got 45 minutes. Landon just scored 2 minutes into the half. We can do this"?
Well, I think there was pretty big urgency throughout the whole half. Goals haven't been easy to come by in this World Cup, and we knew we needed to take every single minute, every chance we had to impose our will in the game. And I think Michael's run kind of dictated that. He was trying to get up close to the box. Landon played Josie a really good ball, and Josie had a great layoff. And so all in all, I think it was a really good goal.
All right, so you went in at left midfield. Clint Epps, you moved up top. You, of course, played in the center a lot for the United States. You've also played on the flank. And I think you started in the center in the Confederations Cup final against Brazil. But you look very comfortable out there on the left, and you help get the sort of the attacking rhythm going. Where do you find yourself more comfortable, in the middle or on the flank?
I'm pretty comfortable on both parts of the field. I mean, I think center midfield has always been my position since I've been young. But more recently, especially this last year for my club team, I've been playing more on the left. So I've been getting more used to that position as well. But I'm always going to tend to come more towards the middle of the field and try to find the ball because I'm not as effective if I stay out wide. So for me, wherever I'm needed, wherever I can help the team is where I'm going to play, and I'm happy to do that.
All right. Now let's go back to Ellis Park for a moment. Really cool atmosphere there. There was a pro-U.S. crowd. It was so loud. People were singing the national anthem before the game. Sort of how cool was it to play in an atmosphere like that, so far from America? Yeah,
it was amazing. I mean, the support was great. The fans were great. To be completely honest, once I was in the second half, once you're in there, you don't really notice it as much. I think in the first half when I was outside, watching the game, you can really tell how good the fans were. But obviously in the in the 2 goals, you were aware of the crowd, and you saw everybody cheering us on. So it was awesome.
Well, I was going to ask you, what was the noise like when Michael Bradley scored the equalizer? I mean, it was deafening in the stadium. What was it like on the field?
During the whole game, you really can't hear much. It's so loud in there. There's so many people in there. The vuvuzelas are going crazy, so you can't really hear much. But at that point, everybody was just so happy and running towards trying to catch Michael. I don't know how he could run so fast on a celebration. I think nobody could catch him. I think Herc was trying to grab him. He couldn't catch him. And then the bench just came out of nowhere. I just saw a wave of players from the bench come, and I think Jesse Marsh was getting in there too. I thought Jesse was watching the game from up above. I don't even know how he got down to the field, but it was unbelievable. And I just remember, Stewie, I think, slid in head first on the concrete. He showed me, he had a bruise on his leg after the game.
Celebration injury.
Yeah. So
were you in on the dog pile there?
Yeah, I was ready to dive in after Michael, but when I saw everybody going, I was scared somebody was going to get hurt, so I kind of took it easy once I got there, So, but it was amazing, yeah.
Now, final question of this segment. 2 draws so far in Group C for the United States, but the U.S. does hold its fate in its own hands, and there's a lot of countries that can't say that heading into the final group match. So, despite not getting probably what was a deserved 3 points against Slovenia, the U.S. team, you guys have to be sort of pleased where you're sitting right now, knowing a win puts you through.
Yeah, I think so. I think what I've been trying to say during these last 24 hours, and I know it's been a little bit disappointing how we could have come away with 3 points and we only came up with 1. But at one point in the game, we were out of the tournament. So you know, we gave ourselves the chance to come back, and we took that 1 point back from Slovenia, and now we're right back into it. So you know, we should be really, you know, proud and happy of what we achieved in this last game, and now we got to build on that and go for the 3 points in the last game.
Benny, thanks a lot for taking the time. We're done with you for this segment, but we have one more here on Studio 90 Extra Time. When we come back, we're going to have a special guest for another segment, and I know you're excited about this. Roomies for life. When we come back, Benny Feilhaber. Roomies for life.